Okay, hi guys, welcome to my greenhouse. This is my aquaponics system. I'm going to give you a little rundown of what's going on, how it works. So right here is a fish tank, and it's roughly 1,000 liters, 260 some odd gallons, and I've got, I don't know, 10, 12 perch in there, living it up. They seem pretty happy. There's one of them right there. Let's see if I can get him. He's just hanging out. So what happens is the fish put ammonia into the water via their waste, and that water, which is really high in nutrient, gets drawn up from the bottom from this pipe. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let's see if I can get under here. Flows over from that pipe down out of here, and it flows along here all the way along the back, and then it comes out into these two grow beds, and they have just gravel. That's all that's in here. No dirt at all. I do have some herbs and some soil right here. But anyway, so the water overflows into these gravel beds, and it basically floods them to this one's filling right now. It'll come up to about right here, about this line, and it fills up. And then this gadget here in the middle is a bell siphon that I added a snorkel to. And what that does is it acts as an automatic timer. So they fill up and then they drain. So they fill up, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 times in an hour, and that's delivering really nutrient-rich water to the plants. You can see here's a little strawberry plant. I've got some little babies starting to peek out and say hi. Cool. So anyway, they flood and then they drain. Both of these drain. They come down and they drain out of those pipes and into this tank. And this tank is just a sump tank. It just collects all the water. And I've only got one pump running this whole system, and it's right there. So from here, the water gets pumped up this pipe over. Half of it gets pumped back up here, back into the fish tank, and then the other half gets pumped into this thing, which is an old water cooler jug, and this acts as a swirl filter. And what happens is the water comes in, and I don't know if you can see it or not, it gets kicked out at a 90-degree angle, so it makes the water swirl. And what that does is basically it catches all of the heavy particles, fish poop, whatever in there that is heavy, and it goes down to the bottom. And I just flushed it out a couple days ago, so it's pretty clean right now. But all the relatively clean water floats at the top, and it goes down this pipe. and it flows down here and around, and then it gets spit into this bed right here, which this is just a what's called a deep water culture. And all of these plants, all of these lettuce plants and everything that's in here, they're just floating. This is just styrofoam, and you can see if I lift it up, they're just sitting there floating. I've got several air stones in there to keep the water nice and aerated, and they do amazingly well actually for just sitting there in water. Kind of blows me away. The thing about the floating raft is, or at least everything I've read says, that you want the water as clean as you can get it, as particle free rather as you can get it. So that's where this guy comes into play, trying to filter out as many solids as we can so that they have nice, good, clean, fresh water. But just to show you, the roots on these things are killer. I don't know how well you can see that, but those that's just awesome. Nice, pretty lettuce. I just ate a salad out of here just a few minutes ago. It was the first one that I've cut out of this bed, and it was scrumptious. It was really good. There was a radish in here. I took it out and put it in with the salad. So I've got green onion. I've got some spinach back here. It's doing pretty good. One thing I have noticed is wherever the sun can make contact with the water, you get this nice algae, which is not the best thing for aquaponics, since algae needs nutrient to grow too, so it's kind of stealing it from the rest of the plants. But anyway, so that's pretty much it. There's a lot more to it, scientifically speaking. But it's an awesome way to grow your food, your plants, your flowers, whatever. These are peas. They're taking off, climbing. So, but anyway, I just wanted to give you a rundown of it and show you kind of what I've been up to. So I'll give you another update when I have time to make one. And if you think you might be interested in doing something like this, I would highly recommend it, because it's a lot of fun and it's going to give you good, clean food, which is kind of scarce nowadays. So, and these things right here are just they're called IBC totes, and I found them at a local place here where I live for actually really cheap. They were only $20 a pop. So, and I used this one. I just cut a hole in the top of it. I was really adamant about putting a window in it so I could see the fish. But that's one of them, and 2, 3. So the whole thing here is just using 3 of those totes. And I do have this guy up here, this air pump. This thing's awesome. It's been running literally non-stop since I bought it, and it's a champ. It's doing really well. And I think it spits out 35 or 45 liters per hour, so it does the job pretty well. I got this little manifold here. I've got one air stone going down into the fish tank, and then like I said, the other 5 of them going in here. I don't know for the life of me what this plant is. I don't know what it is, but it looks cool. I don't know if it's a tomato, but anyway, so that's pretty much it. And if you think you might be interested in doing it, I say go for it. It took me roughly, me and a buddy, about 6 weeks to build this greenhouse, and I got all the lumber, scrap lumber, stuff I had laying around, wrapped it in some chicken wire and put some plastic over it and called it good. So it's served its purpose so far. But anyway, that's it, guys. Have a good one.